behind the scenes, let me bring this up real fast, of the 90% margin, $1,500 deal, side gig agency or side agency deals. I run a full-time agency as a real-life job, but I also have private clients, let's just call them that have about 90% margin. The reason why I take on private clients is either it doesn't fit with our current flow, I want some cash to pay rent, or hey, let's just try this out and see what happens. And very often, if I work closely with an individual or a company, like one-on-one style, they can get massive success very, very quickly. And these are side agency deals, like side projects, things like that. Just like a mechanic can have a full-time mechanic shop, and then at the 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. time frame outside of work, they can take on side deals with their friends or business associates or partners and just kind of do it not necessarily under the table, but in a way that's not official, not through standard ways of working it, not with team, but a little bit more intimately in a way that makes a lot of sense. And so I've been doing that with 2 going on soon 3 clients. And it's actually very, very fulfilling because you can see everything that's going wrong. You don't have to work through a person or with a person. You just click it, call the guy, say, never do that again, follow this document, and now you're in business. The cool part is that these agency side deals have 90% margin. Now, here's what's interesting. We sign clients at $3,000 a month, multiple times a week. Our margins are around, let's just say 50%. A month deal, people, processes, software, setup. After all that is done, we have about $1,500 left over. That's the same as a side gig agency right here. And I don't know what just happened because it looks like BeLive refreshed. So I'm going to refresh on my end and just double check. One moment, fellas, make sure we're still live because it went 3, 2, 1 real fast and I don't know why. All right, well, we'll see what happens from here. And so the margins are effectively the same, simply because I don't have team working on my side agency deals. I can do stuff quickly and do it myself. More so, I believe the side gig agency model aka the minimum viable fulfillment model is the easiest way to get started ASAP. Again, I genuinely believe that the side gig model or the minimum viable fulfillment model is the easiest way to get started ASAP. And when I say started, either I mean getting a client quickly, getting a client results quickly, or testing something out quickly. You don't have to figure out some advanced software that is all in one. You can just pull stuff off the shelf, which is the easiest way to do a test run. You don't have to place a long, huge, massive order with your supplier and get something custom built. You can take templates from Home Depot and software from Lowe's and this from Ace Hardware and come out with a working car quickly that's not professionalized, but still dang works. I believe the side gig model, the agency model, the minimum viable fulfillment model is the easiest way to get started and will take you from $0 to $10,000 a month very, very, very quickly. The easiest way to get your side gig agency or minimum viable fulfillment model up and running is to understand what goes on behind the scenes. Just like this. The easiest way to do it. What I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing for another client. For another client that is, 1, getting results, 2, came to me, and 3, has huge margins, and 4, renewed and upgraded. This is effectively the dream scenario. They're getting results. They came to me. I've got huge margins. They renewed and upgraded from $1,500 a month to $3,000 a month. It's cool, right? So this is behind the scenes of how it works in a way that makes a lot of sense. And I genuinely believe that, again, this is the right way of doing it. Somebody says, this is exactly what I'm trying to do, grow a side gig agency. Perfect. And for most people, by the way, and I don't mean this disparagingly, all you really need is an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a week, and you're like, oh my God, my life has changed dramatically. You don't have to be a massive millionaire. You don't have to have huge effing numbers. You don't have to do $300,000 a month to dramatically change your life for the better. You probably only have to do an extra 1 or 2K a week, and you're like, wow, this is going to work. With these margins, you can have 10 clients and you're doing $15,000 a month. And having 10 clients is not that hard. You can spend 30, 45 minutes every single morning just reviewing the stuff, sending a text message update, and putting yourself in a winning position. It's easy. So this is how it works. Facebook ad with a direct offer. This is what you do in exchange for money. This is where your client does in exchange for money. This is your client's best performing offer, broken up in a way that's obvious and explicit and Facebook friendly. As a side note, most businesses have no idea what their best performing offer is, or even a direct offer. They think it's like a sale or some type of finagling, or they got to like be weird about it. Nope. Look, Mr. Johnson, you want more people calling your business. I get it. My question for you is, what do you do every single day that gets your phone ringing the most? What are you doing in exchange for money? Not a sale, not an offer, just something you've done in the past. We're going to put that right here. What are you already doing that brings in people or phone calls? Not a sale. What have you done in the past that's worked and want to do again? That's it. That's all you have to ask. Mr. Johnson, I hear you loud and clear. You want more people wanting to buy what you have to sell. My question for you is, have you ever done any advertising in the past that has made your phone ring, got people coming in the door, not a sale, but just like what you normally charge? Have you ever done any advertising at all that really made your phone ring in a way that makes a lot of sense? You know what? I remember like 6 months ago, maybe like 2 years ago, before like all this quarantine stuff, like we were running this one ad, and I swear we must have gotten like 10 phone calls in a week. Gotcha. So what was in that ad? Can you show me? Great. We know what to put on the internet. That was really hard, right? Like just having that conversation. What have you done in the past that's got people coming in? What would you like to do again? If they're going, Jeff, I have no idea. If I did, I would do it myself. You can say, hey, I hear you loud and clear. How about I go look up your top 5 competitors, the people that are taking your business, figure out what they're doing, and then we do our own version of it. Is that an option? Cool. Now I've got 5 different offers that my client has already pre-agreed to. Mr. Johnson, remember how we talked and you weren't sure what to do? Well, you know what? I did some research and I found a guy 3 miles down the road that's running these 5 different ads. I called the front desk. They said they're getting 3 or 4 people a day coming in. I think you want those results, right? Great. So here's his offer, and here's what we're going to do for you. That's it. Simply a Facebook ad with a direct offer. And when I say direct offer, I don't mean, let me write this down. I don't mean free. I don't mean discounted. I don't mean low quality. I just mean the same normal everyday people that could be walking in from your local neighborhood. That's it. Not that big of a deal. It's fine. What are you doing? What are you already doing in exchange for money that gets people coming in and wanting to buy what you have to sell? And I don't mean free. I don't mean discounted. I mean literally what gets normal everyday people coming in. And what I want you to do is I want you to record the call, and he's just going to blab. This is what we do, et cetera, yada, yada, yada. And chances are, by the way, when he blabs, will be total nonsense. This is your value add as an agency, to take what they do and then make it Facebook friendly. Hey, my name is Jeff. I'm with this company. For a limited time, we're doing ding, 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 these 5 or 6 things. Chances are your client doesn't even know he's doing the 5 or 6 things. I've had bike shops where they're like, yeah, it's just an inspection. And I had to ask 7 times, do you have a checklist? Is there a turnaround time? Do you do anything before or after? Is there preparation? Do you clean it? Do you just like leave it dirty? Do you move it to the front? Do you call them when it's ready? Do you drop it off at their house? Do you have immediate seating? How does that work? Do they pay now, pay later? Like break apart what they're doing in exchange for money. And I want bullet points all the way down. Give me 4, 5, or 6 bullet points. It's a Facebook ad with a direct offer. That's it. All we're going to do, by the way, is run. We're going to advertise. Run and advertise. I don't know why I said that. We're going to advertise this to people in their serviceable zone. So Johnson, on average, do you know how far people are driving to come in and buy what you have to sell? Oh, they're going as far away as blank? Great. So we're just going to advertise to everyone within that drivable distance. I don't want people driving 45 minutes and not going to show up. Cool. From here, everybody says, but Jeff, I'm freaking out because of funnels and the colors and blah, blah, blah. I say, well, stop doing that. Stop freaking out and do something different. Facebook form. That's it. You're going to get 3 answers. Those are the default ones, name, number, and email. Before they get to the name, number, and email, you're going to ask 2 questions. That's it. 2 new questions, 3 basic questions. The 3 basic questions are the name, number, and email. And then the 2 questions are the 2 things you're going to ask. Mr. Johnson, I just want to double check. What's the number one thing you think that people should be, like, what's the number one question you have to ask someone to know if they're qualified to buy what you have to sell? Are you experiencing back pain? Are you interested in adjustments and an adjustment? Are you the age between 18 and 35 and have experienced corona symptoms? Do you have a 3-bedroom home that you would like? Do you have a 3-bedroom home with carpet that you would like cleaned within the next 5 days? A very, very simple question, yes or no. If you include a yes or no question that reiterates the Facebook ad, the direct offer, that advertising their serviceable zone, it's just like a double check. Hey, you're this person, right? Yes or no? That's it. You're going to have 1 yes or no question. At yes or no question, again, you're going to bounce that idea off your client. Hey, and when somebody fills out this form right here, I get it, but what's the number one question you're going to be asking them when you're on the phone with them? Are you interested in coming in the next 3 days? Do you want blank? Are you a triathlete that wants a bike? Whatever it is. Do you live within Miami and have a convertible that you would like washed tomorrow? Yes or no? That's it. The question from here is from your client. Are you between the ages of 18 and 35 and exhibiting symptoms of corona? Great. I know it's already in the ad. I don't care. You're going to ask it again. And then you're going to ask one more yes or no question. Hey, are you interested in having someone contact you with more information? That's it. That's all you have to ask. Just an extra yes or no question. Get them click committed. It removes a lot of false positives. It removes a lot of fake signups. It gives somebody else just one more reason to fall out so your client doesn't think you're being fake with your leads. Just ask 1 yes or no question from your client, 1 yes or no question from yourself, and the 3 questions. I can't ever tell you what these questions are. That's why you're getting paid money. I'll tell you what, if you think about it just for a bit, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. Facebook lead form. And the next step is the thank you page. Thank you page with a Facebook lead form literally says like, hey, you're all set. No, you're not. You're not set. You're not done. I want somebody calling my client. So the thank you page has a thank you offer. Hey, thanks for signing up. But wait, you're not done yet? Go ahead and call us now and get a free upgrade, a percentage off, confirm your appointment, whatever it is. Have a thank you offer, which is a percentage, number, or time. That's it. Hey, call now and get 20% off. Hey, call now, we'll double your order. Get a free upgrade. Get an extra blank. Hey, if you call now, we'll squeeze you in with no wait. That's it. Give away free pillows when people attend your chiropractor's adjustment sessions. $5 pillow to make $5,000. Yes, please, and thank you. Not hard, not challenging. From here, I do two things. This is all automatic. I drop them into a Google Sheets CRM, plus an automatic email follow-up. Good. Welcome to a $1,500 a month service. What are my costs? Great question. Facebook, I don't pay for it. My client does. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for that, but I do pay for this. Google Sheets is free. ActiveCampaign or your email service provider costs about what? $10 a month. Just like that. This is 90% margins. It may be a lie. 1,500 times 0.90. All right, so 90% margins, that means I got $300 left over. So maybe, I don't know. I just kind of made up 90%, but you see what it is. You can do other stuff too if you want to have like a push one campaign where some software calls everybody on this list. Hey, thanks for signing up. If you're interested in being connected now, click one if you want to do that. But I've got two $1,500 a month campaigns running just on this. Just on this, which is all profit. They're paying for it to work. And the mistake that a lot of agencies make is they're saying, oh my God, how could I charge $5,000 for the surgery when the scalpels are only 15 bucks? It's an insane sentence, right? But just switch it out. How could I charge $1,500 a month for automatic email follow-up that only costs $10? The same way plastic surgeons can charge it. The same way accountants can charge it. People are paying for the result. And if you don't get them result, they're going to wonder why they're paying you. How do you get results? Having these 3-4 things. This is where your brain kicks in. You have to do some research, you have to figure it out, but it just flat out works. And the biggest complaints I've had from my clients, whether it's a side gig agency or my real agency, it's, does it work? It's the only thing they care about. Does it work? That's it. The reason people will pay you $1,500 a month is to make sure that it works by their definition, not yours, their own. And to get more specific, we have a client right now paying us $2,500, $3,000 a month. Jeff, I'm super confused. This is very disorganized. I'm frustrated. This is not working, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care about the money. I just want it to work. Don't tell me it's working for everybody else. I just want it to work. That's it. That's all he wants. And honestly, it's the same with every other client. They just want it to work. Nothing else. Literally nothing else. And I, as the agency, also want it to work. So when I call my client, all right, cool. Hey, Mr. Johnson, your front desk is bombing the campaign. I'm going to write them a script. I'm going to train them on what to say, and I'm going to put it into a Google Drive to where you can access it. And somebody properly corrects me because you do have to do Zapier into Google Sheet. And Zapier is about 30 bucks a month. So let's just say 40 bucks a month, just like that. I knew I'd forgotten a thing. Thank you very much. You can also do more fun stuff, such as CallRail. Maybe it's 50 bucks a month. You want to do a callback service, which often you may do, have to do, may not want to do. It really depends upon this. I know with my side gig clients, I specifically train them, hey, front desk, we're going to spend 30 minutes, answer it this way. I'm going to be listening to the calls. And every Sunday, I just sit down for an hour, listen to the calls, take notes. And I literally open up Google Sheets and just take notes. Say this, don't say that, stuff like that. That's it. This is a minimum viable agency. Now, this is not scalable. You cannot take on like 30 clients like this. You can't sign 3 or 4 clients this way. You probably can't even afford to advertise this service because you don't charge enough. Probably can't afford to bring on a partner or a vice president or a VA because you're not charging enough. You probably can't employ a call center because you're not charging enough. But hey, you know what? Damn, like $1,300 a month? That's awesome. Somebody in the comments probably says like, hey, but what about the ads? I go, great. I'm glad you brought that up. In this model, who pays for the ads? Well, first and foremost, the client. And with my current side gig clients right here, right now, they commit to paying $1,000 a month directly to Facebook to support this campaign. Just like that. That is $30 a day on Facebook ads. Just like this. Total cost of the client is $2,500, but I don't talk about it like that. I go, hey, if you'd like, I can show you a 5-step program that's going to generate you phone calls and have people walk in, assuming your front desk does their job. And you could be getting 2 or 3 phone calls a day. And I can't guarantee 2 or 3 phone calls a day, but I'll guarantee 5 phone calls a day. And this is the 5 steps that we're going to do. You're going to be paying me every single month to make sure that it works to get you the result. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to treat this like a car. You know, when you buy a car, you got to make the monthly payments on the car. And then if you want to drive, you got to put gas in the engine. Same exact thing. The total cost of monitoring, maintaining this, and making sure that it works, including any guarantees, warranties, fixings, supports, me responding to your text messages, emails, phone calls, auditing, and making sure that this thing doesn't break is $1,500 a month. And you have to commit to spending $30 a day on Facebook, getting Facebook to show this ad so that people see it and sign up, just like a car. Are you okay with that? Great. That is it. Somebody's asking, hey, can this work for a bariatric surgeon client? I don't see why not, because guess what? It's the offer that makes or breaks your campaign, not the technology, not the stack, not landing pages or Facebook lead forms. That shit don't matter at all. The only reason I'm doing Facebook lead forms is I don't have to plug in a pixel. It's just easier that way. There's a lot less confusion. And I can be like, no, this is the form, you can't edit it. This right here is the only reason your campaign will work. In fact, you want a Facebook ad so good, with an offer that's so good, people will push through this even if it's broken. That is it. That is it. Somebody says, how do you listen to your calls? Well, what will happen is inside of this Facebook form, it says, thank you for signing up, but wait, you're not completed yet. Call us at this number right here. And that's a CallRail number. It's a tracking phone number. Just like when you call American Express, thanks for calling. This call may be recorded for quality assurance. Please hold while we transfer you. Same stuff, just like that. Somebody says you can't guarantee 2 or 3 calls a day, but you can guarantee 5 calls a day. Yeah, I definitely misspoke. I'm going to say like, look, I can't guarantee you're going to get 2 or 3 phone calls a day, but I can guarantee that I'll support it and fix it if it breaks and put you in a position where you're winning. And this is advertising. Nothing is set in stone, but this is how the program works. This is how the system works. And I have no problem running this for you for free for 36 hours to know that it works. And then after that, we're going to talk about a $1,500 a month deal. What do you say? I say, sure. Somebody says, hey, Jeff, maybe off topic, but how can I hire an account manager for this? This is not an account manager. This is not account management. This is fulfillment. This is technology. This is building the stuff out. This is more like a factory with employees or virtual assistants. But I would not recommend you pay someone to do this. I would recommend you do this. This is your hobby. This is your side gig agency. You understand the technology. You can make changes. You can make fixes. That's why you have a 90% margin. You have the flexibility to do this correctly in a way that makes a lot of sense. Imagine if the client was like, hey, Jeff, I really appreciate your support, and I really need a conversation about the thank you offers not performing as great as I should. Okay, great. Thanks so much for asking me. Please fill out a ticket, and my virtual assistant will be back to you within 24 to 36 hours. No, I want to talk to Jeff. Great. Mr. Johnson, I've been looking up other thank you offers. I've been watching QVC. Here's 3 that we can test. What I want you to do is I want you to pick one. We're going to run it for a week. The second one, the second week, and then we're going to make a decision from there. How about it? How do we know it's working? Because we're going to listen to the phone calls. Cool. That's it. Somebody says, is a side gig agency different than your real agency? Yes, it's a totally different niche. And I'm not rolling this into my full systematized agency model. It's a totally different niche altogether. These are just people that I really enjoy working with that do what I say and don't fight me on like normal stuff. And if their front desk is horrible, they're like, oh, you're right, Jeff. Thank you so much. How do people find me? My Facebook profile. Look at that. It blows my mind that people are like, hey, Jeff, I really want to have like an agency, but I don't want to have I don't want to be using my Facebook page. I go, okay, so you're going to fail. That would be like a chef that cooks but doesn't have a kitchen in his house. Makes no sense. That's like a fat personal trainer or a skinny cook. Come on, guys, like go all in. Somebody says, do you tell your clients that you're tracking their numbers? Yes, I do. Tracking their phone calls? Yes, I do. It's in the agreement. Somebody says, what niches do you think are ideal for this model? Any niche that has a good direct offer. How do you know if a direct offer is good? You don't until you try. So Mr. Johnson, I'm super happy that you want to do this. This is how it's going to work. We're going to do a trial for 36 hours. This is not to make you money. This is not to get you an ROI, simply to prove there's interest in the marketplace. And at the end of 3 days, you and I are going to sit down and we're going to decide whether or not you want to move forward with my $1,500 a month service. What do you say? Cool. Somebody says, can you recommend a tool or software to track the ROI? No, I cannot. Nope. I don't know how to track ROI other than aggressive conversation with the client. This is for Facebook lead generation. And winning is whether or not do this. Winning is qualified phone calls. That is it. And I know this because just before my lunch and learn, before this session right here, I got angry with a client, frustrated, disappointed. How could you do this to me? He was saying that to me. I was saying that to him. Jeff, this program isn't working. We're getting bad phone calls. Are these fake? I said, they're not. Your front desk is bad at their job. They're pushing pound when they should be pushing 1. Pound hangs up the phone. 1 connects them. We said that in the trial. Or we said that in the training. You should have done it correctly. Oh, okay. Then they do it correctly. We get them on the phone. An end customer calls in, says, yes, I'm qualified. Yes, I have insurance. Yes, I want to come in on Monday. Front desk hangs up the phone. I sent him the recording. His tone immediately changed. Jeff, I'm frustrated. This is super disorganized, but I still want to see that it's going to work. And just have your account manager call me at noon because I really want to see this to work. He knew the problem was with him. If you generate qualified phone calls, it wins every single time. Somebody's asking, are you white labeling the Facebook ads part? No, I'm doing it myself. Oh my God, Jeff, how could you do Facebook ads yourself? Well, I mean, come on, guys. Facebook ads is not that hard. If you have a client that's interested in more results, you can either create an offer or look at their competition. Spend an hour, spend 2. Running Facebook ads is not difficult, not challenging. You can very often get 90% of the way of success with just 1 Facebook ad. You don't need 3 Facebook ads or 5 Facebook ads. Local lead gen is easy, fellas. Very, very easy. I do this all myself. Somebody says, is there a trial version of 2 to 5 days you can set up as a proof of concept for people on the fence? Yes, completely, 100%. Hey, Mr. Johnson, look, I'm super psyched that you want to employ me for my services. What I don't want to do is I don't want to charge you money for something that ain't going to work. So what I want to do is I want to set up a 36-hour and run 3 days. At the end of the 3rd day, you and I are going to have a meeting. If the results look like they're moving in the right direction, and by the way, Mr. Johnson, we're not going to get an ROI. We're not going to get people walking in. We're just going to generate interest, people interested in buying what you have to sell. This is to prove that there's interest in the marketplace and I can service your account and it'll work. At the end of the 36 hours, we'll talk about doing a $1,500 a month commitment. Does that sound okay? Sure. Cool. At the end of 36 hours, Jeff, you know what? I really don't have the money for it. I say, hey, Mr. Johnson, I hear you loud and clear. Would you mind if I just click record on the Zoom call and we do like a mini testimonial just so I can exit this relationship and feel comfortable about the 8 hours of work that I put into it? Would you mind saying a couple kind words? Now I've got testimonials or a paying client. Side gig agency minimum viable fulfillment is the easiest way to get moving fast. The easiest way of getting moving fast. Somebody says, take an image off their website of them doing their work or their best dish for a restaurant. Yep, that's it. It's literally it. Somebody says the copy is just what you are offering. Correct. Somebody says targeting based on the client specs and their target customer, run the ad. Pretty darn close. Very often, I don't let the client have a narrative with me where I say, hey, what targeting do you want? I say, Mr. Johnson, I just want to understand, how far are people driving to spend money with you? Like, are they going from South Miami to Coral Gables? Is it South Miami to Pompano Beach? Like, how far is that drive? Okay, and from here all the way down to Homestead. All right, and are there any areas that your dream clients come from? Okay, cool. So I'm going to advertise to everybody in that serviceable zone. There you go. Cool. And help me understand, how old are your dream clients? And what's their income and all that? Great. We're just going to advertise to everybody in the serviceable zone, generate some interest, and 2 weeks down the line, we're going to start refining this targeting so only dream clients customers walk in. I can't ever guarantee it because people lie all the time, you know what I mean? But it'll help definitely increase the quality of results. How about it? Cool. Somebody says you have them then pay during 36 hours. That is 100% correct, Mr. Johnson. This is not a free trial. It is 36 hours. You'll have to pay Facebook directly. How much does it cost? $30 a day. Just to generate interest, see if there's interest in the marketplace. I can service the account and everything makes sense for you. Okay, cool. Not hard, not challenging, no onboarding form, no go high level, no advanced email follow-up, no split testing, no sideways targeting, no pixel proof your power page or whatever the next cool thing is. I'm not buying lists. Come on, fellas. We all know the reason why this stuff works or not is because of the Facebook ad with a direct offer. Nothing else. Nothing else. This will get you 90% of the way, this right here. This Facebook ad with a direct offer is 90% of the winning. But all y'all are being dumb. You're saying, oh my God, I have to get super advanced targeting, only target people based upon a custom lookalike list. No. Like, okay, we need a split test, whether it's a landing page or a thank you page or Facebook forums or phone calls. No. Okay, so like we're gonna have this like super advanced follow-up where it's like, we gotta do all this retargeting stuff. No. Okay, so before I set up, like I gotta have all my onboarding ready and then have like a 90-day automatic follow-up. And I gotta have all these like cool triggers. No. The people that do that are the people that are massively obese, buy all the gear, go to the gym, and continue to be massively obese. The people that are massively successful at the gym say, hey, I just got to start walking more and eat less. The people that are massively successful with their agency, they focus on this right here. Nothing else. This takes 15 seconds. This takes 30 minutes. This takes 30 minutes. This takes an hour if you're slow and angry and hate technology like me. This is the only thing that moves the needle. Nothing else. Literally nothing else. I hope this has made a lot of sense for everybody here. I do want to say time and time again, your clients are lying to you. Do not expect them to ever tell you the truth. They are incentivized to lie directly to your face consistently in a way that will kill your agency. So you have to, guess what? Prove your leads are legit. How do you prove your leads are legit, Jeff? Oh my God, how do I do that? I'm so worried. Oh, please sell me a course. I don't know what to, please help me. Okay, great, I'll help you right now. Always prove your leads legit. You can do that with phone call recordings, sneaky surveys, secret shopping, Quality assurance checks. That's it. Oh my God, Jeff, that is so complicated and difficult. I have to employ all this technology to do it. No, you go into CallRail, you click play, you listen to the phone calls. When they fuck up, text your client, hey, we sent you a phone call today and they didn't get a pickup. What's going on with that? That's it. You can set up CallRail to email you every time you get a phone call recording. You can even open up the app and listen to it whenever you want. You can do sneaky surveys. You can literally just text these leads from your phone. Oh my God, I could text these leads from my phone? Yes, you don't need all this advanced software. I get leads calling my phone pretending I work for different companies all the time. It's totally acceptable. Hey, my name is Jeff. I'm with the quality assurance team at blank blank Miami. I just want to make sure you got a call back you're taken care of. How's your experience? That's it. You can do secret shopping, which is you fill out the form. See how long it takes to get a call back. Test the front desk. You could even call the leads yourself with a quality assurance check. Literally call the leads. God forbid, that would be the worst thing in the world, right? That would be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, look at that, right? Now, if you want, I could sell you a $10,000 course on how to prove your leads are legit, or you could do it yourself. Guys, the answers to your problems in terms of making money are almost never external. They are almost always internal. Somebody's saying you can use text-free, you can. And I tell you what, I can also do it from my phone. Right here. Just like this. Grow a big ball of testicular fortitude and do it myself without leaning on technology. There's no reason to hide behind my tech. That's it. Somebody says, is it always run through their ad account? Yeah, if they give me access. If they don't, I just set up an ad account and put their credit card on file. That's it. But Jeff, the biggest problem right now is getting them to add you to their business manager. Great, Mr. Johnson, I'm so glad we're doing this. What we're going to do right now is we're going to do a share screen real quickly. Don't leave your desktop. We're going to do a share screen, send you a Zoom link, and we're going to get me added to your business manager right now. Oh, now's not a good time? Great. I'm going to go ahead and schedule in for a 15-minute video chat. Make sure you're by a desktop. What time works best for you? Okay, great. You're having trouble accessing your ad account. I hear you loud and clear. With your permission, I'm going to go ahead and set up an ad account on your behalf and use your credit card on file. Is that all right? Cool. That's it, fellas. That's it. Every single time I've heard somebody, and I don't mean this offensively, say the biggest pain is getting to add you to the business manager. Just get on a 15-minute phone call, make $1,500 a month. I've never had a problem. Mr. Johnson, I'm super psyched you want to do this moving forward. What we're going to do is we're going to do an onboarding call. We're going to ask you a couple questions about your direct offer. We're going to get access to your ad account and move forward quickly and easily. It's going to take me about 5 days to set everything up. From there, I'm going to send you a launch video. You just reply yes, and your campaign will turn on, and I'll charge your credit card then. Hard, right? Real hard. What else can I do for you, ladies and gents? You let me know. Somebody says, hey, Jeff, when you say offer, do you mean like a sweepstakes or a mega huge discount? Nope, it says very, very clear. Right here, I don't mean discount. I don't mean free, and I don't mean low quality. No client is like, hey, you know what I want? I want more obligations in my life. I want 500 people that I'm supposed to call back. Nope. I want what you do normally in exchange for money. How do you get people like signing up? What do you do normally? Like what's your best performing offer? Like out of everything you've ever advertised, what has brought in the most people? Oh, it's an audit. Okay, it's an assessment. It's a qualification check. Cool, you got it. Oh, it's a dollar thing. It's $99, $27, $47. Cool, you got it. Oh, it's $10,000. Awesome, let's advertise that. I've advertised $10,000 bikes before. You see airlines advertising, hey, fly here for $350. You can too, ladies and gents. If you could do, give me a 1 in the chat, just make sure I'm still live because Be Live did the 3, 2, 1 thing again. I'm not quite sure if this is going to work. Somebody says, this could be called the no excuses plan to start your digital marketing agency. That is correct. By the way, as a side note, I know people that only watch my Lunch and Learns, just like this, and have grown from $0 to $10,000 a month. They use that to pay for their coach, and are now doing $250,000 a month. They got started here. Crazy, right? Somebody says, $29 massage, $39 HVAC inspection. That's it. That's literally it. Mr. Johnson, okay, so you run a $29 massage. Great. What do you do? Can you get more specific with this $29 massage? What are you focusing on? Do they have options? Do they have this? Do they have that? When they walk in, are they seen immediately? Is there a room? Like, is it quiet? Is there light? Is it just a kitchen slab on a piece of marble in the back of your van? Like, what does that look like? What does a $29 massage look like? What areas do you focus on? Can we get more specific? Is this athletic massage, Swedish massage? Do you just cover them with feathers and beat them with palm trees? Like, what does that mean? Pretend I don't know anything. What do you do in exchange for money? What is in that $29 massage or the $49 HVAC? Give me a 14-point checklist. Recommendations on improvements. We'll treat it like a deposit if you decide to upgrade. Yeah, and have that conversation, record it on a Zoom call, go back and make some direct offers. If they're horrible, show them what the competitors are doing. Somebody says, Restaurant BOGO, a free app. You could do it, but I tell you what, I am horrible at restaurants. I've never done a restaurant successfully. I don't know, but there's no reason to not try. The problem, as a side note with restaurants, is they just make so little money. It's hard to pay somebody $1,500 a month for somewhat average results, so I don't know. Somebody says, can we get that Google slide? No, you cannot. You'll have to screenshot this. Somebody says, this is exactly how I close a 24-hour trial into a monthly retainer. Yeah. And people in my ICA and my program do that shit all the time. All the time. Syed, yeah, there you go. This is exactly how Syed closed a $1,500 monthly retainer within, what was it, 36 hours, 48 hours, something like that, Syed. Let me know how long between, like, when you started the campaign, they paid you money. I think it was like 5 days. I don't know. But that's it. Just do this. If you're less than $10,000 a month, you think that you need an extra tool, and you're right for thinking that, but it's not going to get you what you think you need. Like, be a handyman, right? And the skills from 0 to 10K are substantially different than zeros from 10 to 20K, or sorry, 10 to 30K, which is 30 to 50 and 50 to 100K. Right now, we're dealing with 50 to 100K problems. That's it. And people will study 50 to 100K problems when they really should be studying 0 to 10K problems. If you're 0 to 10K, the problem is that you're not making or talking with enough people. And Syed says he landed a $1,500 a month deal in 24 hours, 48 hours, sorry, just like this. This is it. Not hard, not challenging. It's just nobody told you how to do it. So here you go.